Shabbos Daf Kuf Lamed Zayin. Today's email comes to us from R Mosbacher, a boy who wrote to us a while ago. He had many surgeries, he's only 13 years old. He says, just wanted to share my good news that I finished brachas. Be'ezer Hashem, I'm looking forward to starting Eruvin with you. Thanks again for the great and enjoyable shiurim. Mazel Tov, R Mosbacher. Talking about Eruvin, we are gearing up for one-of-a-kind Zoom Siyum, which is going to include 40 different locations, Be'ezer Hashem, throughout the world and many different continents. If you would like to be part of it, joining or hosting, please drop us an email at dafbrama@gmail.com. Brand new Mishnah, very, very interesting sugya. The Mishnah tells us about two cases. A person had a set of boy twins. One was born on Friday, one was born on Shabbos. And by mistake, he did the bris milah for the one from Friday on Shabbos. Not that big of a problem because the baby has to have a bris milah. The problem is that he performed the bris milah on a baby on the wrong day, on the 9th day, and that's usher to do on Shabbos. There is a chil Shabbos, but there is a mitzvah of a bris. The second case is twin boys. One was born on Shabbos and one was born on Sunday. And by mistake, he took the boy that was born on Sunday and gave him a bris milah on Shabbos. Now he wasn't even mekayim a mitzvah of bris because it's a day early. So according to Rav Huna, in this case where he took the boy from Sunday and gave him a bris on Shabbos, everybody agrees that he's chayav v'chatos. He made a mistake. It's no different than avodah zarah. You make a mistake, you do avodah zarah, b'shayik, you bring a chatos. Where's the machlokes, says Rav Huna? In the first case, where the baby was born on Friday, and by mistake he did on Shabbos. Over here he's tarul with mitzvah. He was trying to do the milah on the other boy, and by mistake he grabbed the identical twin or whatever, and he didn't perform the milah on the Friday boy. He was mekayim a mitzvah milah, but at the same time he's shayik, potter from a carbon according to Rav Yeshua, and according to Rabbi Lezer he's chayiv. Shua says it's not similar to avodah zarah. Avodah zarah is doing avera. Over here, he's mekayim a mitzvah. Rabbi says no. In this case that we just discussed, that the boy was born on Friday and he did the milah on Shabbos, everybody agrees there's no chatas. Look, he performed the mitzvah. Where's the machlokes? Where the baby was born on Sunday and he performed the bris milah on Shabbos, it was too early. So in that, even that, Rabbi Shua says he's potter. Why? Because he was tired in the mitzvah. He didn't do a mitzvah, but he wanted to do a mitzvah. In that case, you're not chayiv v'chatos for an avera. Rabbi Chia had something. He says, what if the case of the Friday baby? He was moil him on Shabbos. But what if you go one step further? He took the Shabbos baby and was moil him on Friday. He did a complete switcheroo. In that case, it would be much worse. Because he has nothing to say, he doesn't have an excuse. He can't say, oh, I was being isik with a milah, but he already did the milah on Friday. So therefore, everybody would agree, says Rabbi in this case, that it would be chayav a karban. Says the Mishnah. We know that a bris milah is on the 8th day. There is no situation where the halacha requires you to do a bris milah on the 7th day. But there is sometimes a halachic requirement to do the bris milah on the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th day on a healthy baby. Where? If the baby was born in a weekday, let's say he was born on a Monday, bein hashmashas. We don't know if he was born on Monday or Tuesday. Bein hashmashas is a suffix. Therefore, you have to add another day, misafik, and just do it 9 days later. But what if he was born on Friday, bein hashmashas? The 9th day comes out on Shabbos. You cannot do a bris on Shabbos, misafik. So we have to add another day and do it on Sunday. But what if Sunday is Yantif? So you have to add another day, and that's already 11. But what if it's a 2-day Yantif? It's Rosh Hashanah. So now you have to go all the way to Tuesday. 12-day wait. If a baby was sick and he healed, you have to wait the same amount of time that you wait for a bris milah. You have to wait 7 days. But not just like a bris milah, because if a baby was born right before Shkia, we count that day as a full day. And then, let's say he was born Sunday night, Sunday right before Shkia, so you could perform the bris milah the following Sunday in the morning. You don't have to wait 24 full hours. But if the baby was sick and he healed at night, you can't perform the bris milah Sunday morning. You have to wait all the way to the night to perform the bris milah, because for disease, we are concerned that he should be healthy, and he needs 7 full days of 24 hours. We learned about tzitzin hama'akvim. That is the thin skin below the arla that the moil removes with his fingers. If you leave roiv of that skin on, it doesn't count as a bris. What constitutes roiv? Well, obviously, if it's roiv skin, that's roiv. But even more so, even if it's a very thin sliver of skin, which in terms of area surface, it's not a roiv. But because it's a long strip that goes from top to bottom, and it's the roiv of the height, that's enough to constitute tzitzin hama'akvin, and he's not yotzeh the milah. If after the milah, this child looks as if he didn't have a bris, even though he does have a bris, because of marasayani, you have to perform the bris again. If this child is very heavy, has a lot of skin, says Shmuel, that depends. If he looks as if he has a bris milah when he has kishui, then you don't have to give him another bris, and if not, you have to give him another bris. Reb Shimon Gamliel seems like to say the same halacha, but there's one nafkamina. Rav Shimon says, if he doesn't look like he has a bris, when he has a kishui, then you have to give him a milah. Therefore, what if he looks and doesn't look? 50-50. In that case, you don't have to give him a bris, but according to Shmuel, you would have to give him a bris. What are the brachas? The Mayel says, Asher Kitchonim Seisav Tzivanu ala milah. The father of the kid says, Asher Kitchonim Seisav Tzivanu la'achnisoi bevrizoi shel Avram Avinu. Everybody standing around says, Kashem shenichnas abris, kain or kach, yikonis l'torah l'chupel l'masim toivim. The person making the bracha on the cup of wine, first he makes agafim, but then he says, Asher kidash yidid mi beten, choik b'sheiroi sam. He engraved into our skin, into our flesh, a bris. You can never get rid of it. We have a mitzvah t'midas. V'tzetzav chasam ba'ois bris kodesh, and the future generations, the shvatim, our generations, all have a bris kodesh. Al kain. For that, b'schar zois kel chai chalkenu tzurenu tzavei or tziva samar goyres, because Baruch did in the past or in the future. Lahatzi yedid sheirin mishachas, save us our flesh from shachas, from gehenim. Leman brisa shesam b'v'sarenu, because of the bris that we have in our flesh. Baruch atah Hashem koyres abris. A ger and also an eved have a very, very similar bracha. First, the Mayel says ala mila, and then the person making the bracha says sheket shom says it's fun lama l'sagerim, or in the case of evet lama l'savadim ulahativ mem dam bris, and we continue going shil male dam bris. Without the bris, leiniskam shamayim v'aretz, there wouldn't be heaven and earth. Shenamar im lebrizi yom v'layla chukay shamayim v'aretz. Like something, there's a slight difference with this bracha and the evet's bracha. Baruch atah Hashem koyreis habris. And with that we finish Perek Rabbi Eliezer de Mila. The new Perek Toilim. Our mission is discussing oil, a temporary oil, and the halach of boirer. According to everybody, you cannot hang or put a sifter on top of a barrel on Shabbos because that creates a temporary oil. According to Rabbi Eliezer, on Yontev it's allowed, even though you're creating oil. Why? Because Rabbi Eliezer holds when it comes to machshirei oil, the preliminary actions before you eat, just like you're allowed to prepare food, you're allowed to prepare the machshirei oil on Yontev, just like Rabbi Yehuda. Just he goes one step more than Rabbi Yehuda. He says, not only can you prepare it if you can't do it on Erev Yontif, but even if you could do it on Erev Yontif, you're allowed to prepare it on Yontif itself. When it comes to temporary oil, Rebbe Eliezer is very machmir. Over here he holds machshiri oichel is okay. We had the sugi before, if you're allowed to close a window shutter, and now we're going to be discussing a skylight, which is a temporary oil. Says Rebbe Eliezer, temporary oil is also even on Yontif. Even when it's just adding a oil, not creating a brand new oil, it's also. But when it comes to machshiri oichel, he is making, he says you're allowed. According to Chachamim, you're allowed to make a temporary haisafata oil. Now, if the strainer is already on the barrel, on Shabbos you're allowed to pour the wine even though it's going to catch the sediments, because that's not the derech of boirer. And that's according to Rebbe Eliezer. According to Chachamim, you're not allowed to put the strainer there l'chatchila on Yontif, but on Yontif you're allowed to strain it, not on Shabbos. Have a wonderful day.